From Julio Cruz and Gaylord Perry to Alvin Davis and Harold Reynolds to father and son back-to-back bombs. From Junior J, Joey, and Edgar with Randy, A-Rod, Dan, and the Sheriff to Ichiro Moyer and Mikey C to King Felix, Kyle Cruz, and Cano to the present with Julio, Gilbert, Kirby, and Cal. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. Shout out to super producer Indy down in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services bringing the show to life. Shout out to the homies in the live chat. We are back on the block, and it's one of my favorite times of year. The weather's getting better. Baseball's in full swing. Y'all know I love the NFL draft. Sammy boy, Sam. Y'all know he'll mess around and get a triple-double. How you doing, bro?
Doing well. And I want to say sorry that we weren't able to go live last week. Had a little family emergency. So, yeah, daughter was in the ER, fell off some play equipment, but we're back now, and she's doing good. But, yeah, doing well. Seahawks draft was awesome.
Yeah, no, we got to make sure everyone knows. The important thing is Taylor's okay. Sam's baby girl is completely okay. That's the important thing, man, because you hear those and it gets really scary really quick. But, y'all, I just want to give a shout out to our friends at Romantic About Baseball just because I love this time of year so much, Sam. It's almost May. And I'm just so proud to be part of Baseball Podcasters United. There's so much great big league contact. Check out our friends at Romantic About Baseball. Sam, I want to get away from baseball, though, because you know I'm a complete NFL draft nerd. Yes, Mariners lifer. I do think Price was the right pick. We can get into it. But, Sam, give me your opening arguments on the draft and what it means to the Seahawks in any context.
I think it went well. I mean, they filled the holes they needed to fill. I'm really intrigued with the defensive backs that they picked up. And I think Price is going to fill the hole that Walker left quite nicely. We still have Charbonnet. There's going to be our tough nose, right up the gut kind of runner. And, I mean, yeah, Price is going to be great. He's explosive, elusive. And yeah, I think it'll be a really good fit, and a culture fit, which is also really important for the team.
Yeah, I'm really glad you said that, Sam, because as most of you know, this guy was the number 2 running back at Notre Dame, even though he was the second running back taken in the 2026 draft. The price is right, Bumbleclot, and I'm really excited about this pick, Sam. And the first thing I thought of when we were going into the draft is the Seahawks will tell us how they feel about the running back room with an injured, recovering Charbonnet. Well, using their first pick sure shows us that they felt they needed a lot of help there, Sam. I just want to put this out there. Elite vision. I see a guy with elite vision, and he explodes through the hole with confidence. Now, he's not a burner. He's not an elite speed guy, but he does have good speed. This is a 4.5 guy, so he's shown it on film. He can rip off big runs, Sam. You're right. He is not a burner, but the speed is in the really good category. And guys, let's go pull behind the curtain a little bit. Why am I so excited about Price now? Last year in 2025 college football season, Sam, Price had the number 1 explosive run rate. He was number 2 in yards after contact per attempt, and he was number 1 in missed tackles forced rate. The guy was the number 2 running back to a superstar. We're getting a guy with an exceptional skill set without much tread on the tire or wear on the tread for the tire. Sam, I'm getting hyped.
Yeah. No, I think it was a good pick. I mean, we had a hole and it needed to be filled, and I think Price is going to fit right in with our team. I liked hearing about how John and them are all big on high school stats and stuff because there's not too many. Like, he was sitting behind, Jay Love, so there's not too many snaps to really comb through. But they're talking about how he had 50-something touchdowns in high school too, just like JSN had, however many, 70-something. And John Snyder really values how dominant players are in high school as well as in college.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. And It gives you confidence all the way through if you've just been balling at every level. You're going to face some tough times in the NFL where you're going to question what your football ability is. The league is that good. So if you have, years and years into your background of success you can fall back upon, I love it. And another huge factor, Sam, is I still believe that this is an improving offensive line. So we can
Yes.
put in Price. We know Charbonnet's coming back. I think that everyone still likes Kenny Mack. He's a pretty explosive player in his own right, man. So it's just
Hmm.
really exciting. You said it. Major need, and the Seahawks weren't afraid to fill it. And Sam, the one thing I always like to come back to is, do you think there's any chance your guy's going to make it to your next pick? And I think it's clear as day. There's no way on God's green earth that Price was going to fall to 64. So you either got to bite
No.
the bullet or let it go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was no chance he was going to make it there. And for at least for the player comp, like Sunday evenings asking about size wise, man, Terrell Davis, man, he's
Ooh,
almost one for
ooh.
one size comparison. And TD was a little more quick than he was fast too. So I mean, it's possible. Who knows if it would be as good as him? But he's going to be in this West Coast kind of offense, so we'll see.
Yeah. And the comparison's not going to be perfect here either, Sam, but I kind of see a little Tiki Barber in him too, man. Like he is not the biggest player, but he's big enough that you can rely on him on enough of a down in down out basis. We know the Seahawks are going to be a committee team going forward as long as John's in charge, minus if we get some unicorn like Derrick Henry. So yeah, I'm really pumped, man. I'm really pumped about the Price pick. And the one thing I really want to just hammer home really quick, Sam, is just overall, we talk so much about is it worth taking a running back in the first round? And once we know what the set picks are, it changes for me because it's not a first round pick to me anymore. It's pick number 32. It's pick number
Yeah,
32. That's a second round pick. That's a
yeah,
second round pick when you're at that
with a
point.
fifth year
You got to
option.
Yes. Oh, beautiful. Fifth year option too. That's a great point. That's a great point, man. And look at the history in this century. You can find all sorts of Hall of Famers, Pro Bowls, and big time studs between 30 and 60 has just been a magical sweet spot for stud running backs.
Yeah, no, definitely has been. And dude, and I really am. I like this. The Bud Clark guy too. Bud, I am super pumped on him.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think he'll be
We'll get
interesting what he does.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Sam, I'm talking about production and balling at a high level so you have confidence when the times get tough in the NFL to lean back on past success. Bud Clark, dog, 15 interceptions,
Mm-hmm.
35 pass breakups in 61 college football games, plus two pick sixes. He's got the range and the speed on film. He's got great athletic testing in the 40 vert and the broad to back that up. When you can match the play on the field, when you can match it with the athletic testing, that's when I feel really confident about drafting a player.
Yeah, definitely. And dude, I mean, he just seems like a Seahawk through and through too. And ball hawking ability is something that really translates from college to the professional game. People who have their nose around the football and are taking the football away, usually in college, usually have success in the pros as well. So I think it's
Mm,
gonna bodes well for him in our defense, and that he
yeah,
has the
no doubt.
versatility to play nickel as well. Some safety, some nickel. I mean, we're going to be confusing the shit out of a lot of offenses. I'll say that.
Oh, for sure, Sam. That's such a good point too, because Kobe Bryant's versatility helped the defense confuse quarterbacks and offenses on the reg. Julian Love, Nicky Manwari, Devin Witherspoon, the linebacking core. It's a really unique group they put together, and I couldn't emphasize. I'm so happy you brought that up. Bud Clark just fits in perfectly into all of this disguise that McDonald likes to bring to his opponents. And Sunday evening, I think that Price will be a good pass catcher, even though he has 6 catches. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm gonna come out here and say that he's gonna be an elite receiving back, I'd be a liar. But on the few catches, I'm serious. He had like 5 or 6 catches all season.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
He looks like a smooth, natural catching athlete. And if you have that in your bag, then we can help him learn other things. And to top it off, Sam, he, you know, he was behind the best college football player in the country with Love, man. And not only that, Love is the one of the most dynamic receiving backs as well. So how is he going to get those off? So we'll see. I'm optimistic, but we definitely gotta wait and see.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I also am a big fan of Julian Neal. I think he's going to be he's a Seahawk size cornerback through and through. And so, yeah, I'm just pumped with all the DBs that we have right now. I think they're going to fit in well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Julian Neal, you're right. Fits the prototype. I want to just get into jump over one player here. I want to talk about Emmanuel Henderson because he's a big play dynamo. He's a deep threat. He's another return ace. That's another thing about Price. He's got multiple return touchdowns in his college career. The Seahawks bring in two more players who have elite return skills. We've seen what Rashid Shaheed, Jay Schneider, all the dudes blocking up front on those returns change games, change championships, bro. So I'm so happy to see the Seahawks attack an area that some teams, some rivals like the Rams want to sit there and cry. Why is the special teams in the game? Well, maybe you shouldn't be crying. Maybe you should be adapting, and the Seahawks are adapting, and it's going to be another vital weapon to the team next year.
Yeah, yeah. And Ty, what do you think about the guard we took, Bo? I want to hear your thoughts on
Absolutely
Bo.
love it. Absolutely love it, Sam. He is honestly, by NFL standards, a very ordinary athlete from what I see. But the guy's
Mhm.
able to work the double teams. He's able to get off and make that second team block when necessary. It's not flashy, it's not sexy. But here's what I'm looking at, man. According to PFF, they've graded him the fourth highest graded college guard in 2025, and he has elite pass blocking grades, elite zone blocking grades, and borderline terrible gap scheme grades, Sam.
Yeah, yeah. I think as we were talking about, 0 sacks allowed in the last 3 seasons. What
Unreal.
581 pass block snaps? That's wild. And didn't even allow a quarterback hit last year, which is also crazy. So I think short arms. He's a little bit slow, average athlete at best, but I think he'll fit in well with the zone blocking scheme. I don't think we're gonna need him to do much gap blocking at all.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And with such exceptional pass blocking skills he displayed in his college, Sam, I don't know if everybody remembers this, but think back to the Super Bowl 48 champion team. They actually had a platoon at left guard where James Carpenter played against the more physical, heavier set type of defenses, and Pat McQuiston would play against the teams that maybe required a little bit of a quicker guard in that instance. It went as far as James Carpenter started against the Niners while McQuiston started against the Saints in that season. So maybe we see a rotation there, but I'm just going to put this out there, Sam. It's plain as day. Iowa offensive linemen seem to work in the NFL. I'm going to rely on that shit.
Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. And let's see. So M's Lifer, best value pick. What do you think, Ty? I know my answer.
Bo Stevens. Because I think
Bo
he's going
Stevens
to
for
be,
you?
I think he's going to be a quality starting guard in this system for a
I'm going to
fifth
say
rounder. If you
Andre
find a
Fuller for
quality
me.
oh, go. I need to hear this now.
Yeah, yeah, with his man coverage grade in the 99th percentile and pass breakup, I think 90th percentile, passer rating against 92nd percentile, run defense grade 99th percentile, run stop rate 91st percentile. I mean, overall defensive grade 92nd percentile in the 7th goddamn round. Sounds good to me. At 6'1" and 200 something pounds. What's not to love there?
Okay, name and college again, so we can all remember.
Toledo, Andre Fuller.
Andre Fuller, Toledo, and there's something in the water in Toledo, like we mentioned, Sam. Toledo, yeah, DBU, best corners in the league. This is really unreal. You know, we got McNeil Warren going second round. We got Quinyon Mitchell just killing it for a Super Bowl champion as a rookie. Whatever Toledo is doing, somebody better go and talk to those coaches up there real quick.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think he has a chance to at least make the team, and if not in a couple of years, turn into something really nice for us.
I fully feel, Sam, that Coach McDonald and his staff can also just get the very best out of the defensive players, man. And whatever your ability may be, if your ceiling is Taya Okada or if your ceiling is Nick Eamon Coach Mack
Hmm.
and his team, they're gonna find the ways to maximize everything you got out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll use your strengths how they should be and try to hide your weaknesses, which is really important. Put you in position to succeed.
I mean, that's everything. That's everything, dude. Fun draft. Fun draft. It's a little bit anticlimactic when you pick so late, Sam. But overall, I felt like the Seahawks were able to fill needs without reaching, and that's ultimately the goal of the draft.
Yeah, and we got another potential special team playmaker and a really speedy wide receiver in Emmanuel Henderson. I mean, he's not
Oh, I
quite
love
as
it.
speedy as Rashid Shaheed, but I mean, yeah, he could do some damage for us. I like he's intriguing to me as well.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's funny. I want to talk about a couple of the homies in the live chat real quick, Sam. Tyson B, man. Everybody knows how much I love Zion Young, man. I waxed poetic about him at several different times leading up to the draft. And sometimes, Sam, certain guys belong on a certain team. I feel that Nick Eamon belongs on the Seahawks, man.
He does.
Zion Young belongs on the Ravens, dude, because he's not the fastest, he's not the most explosive, Sam. But if you line your tight end over Zion Young, you better get the blue tent ready because he's going down.
For sure, for sure. You know, Young is he'll smash some guards. I'll say that for sure. Get right around him. Yeah,
No
I think the
doubt, no
Ravens had
doubt.
a good draft. I'm not too familiar with what the Texans did. We
Oh,
had
well, you're talking about grab and smash, Sam. They got ultra physical at the top of their draft. Keelan Rutledge, one of the meanest, toughest SOBs in this draft. Great first pick. And then you know how much I love Caden McDonald, man. Caden McDonald is like Jay Reed Jr. all the way. So nothing wrong there. And I actually like Kamari Ramsey quite a bit, safety out of USC. Bottom line is for the Texans, they need to run the ball better and they need to find out if CJ Stroud's that guy or not.
yeah,
Because
they do.
nothing kills you more than giving Kyler Murray or Tua Tagovailoa those franchise crippling contracts if he's not the right guy. The Texans, they got a bunch of receivers over the last couple years, improving the O line. We know the defense is fantastic. They need to find out for themselves if CJ is the guy because if they pick wrong, it's going to set them back for a couple years.
CJ fucking
Embo.
shot MVP coming. Yeah, I think I'll be
Everyone
watching
knows
and
I
waiting
love
for a while.
CJ. I was talking CJ up so hard in the draft, Sam. And then he had that fantastic rookie year. I'm just like, yeah, I know what
Hmm.
I'm looking at. I know. And then, like I was saying, the NFL is going to humble you. So, do you
Sure
have
will.
enough past successes to fall back upon to build your confidence back up? We'll see about that. Fun stuff, though, man. Every
Yes.
What I love about the NFL draft is everyone feels optimistic. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I thought the Jets did a great job. I'm always shitting on the Jets. I thought they did a great job also.
The Jets can draft talent. They're just not good at drafting a good team like that play
Mm,
well together. They're a dysfunctional
hmm
organization, which is their biggest
hmm
problem. But they
Yeah.
have good players all the time. All the time they'll have at least a few just studs on their team. So and
Yeah.
then they trade them away because they're terrible and now they're drafting for the future again.
I mean, they were a top five worst team in the league, and they have arguably the best young offensive tackle duo in the league. Like, who does
Mm-hmm.
that? Who
Yeah,
if
the
you
Jets.
have like the year one and year two offensive tackles, both young studs, and you're still top five shitty team? Come on,
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Yeah, the Jets are special like that. One of a kind. One of a kind.
Well, Sam, you want to talk about special and one of a kind? Our favorite baseball team is special and one of a kind because we had never been to the damn World Series, but
Yeah.
it's been an up and down year, Sam. It's really been an up and down year. I was really getting worried after the series lost to the Sacramento A's, but series
Are
sweep
they
at St. Louis. Series
are they
sweep
the
at St.
Sacramento
Louis.
A's right now? I don't know what they are.
I'm calling them Sacktown for now. But
Okay,
shit,
all right.
dog. Series sweep, man. You are the one that was
Mm-hmm.
telling me to calm down about my Mariners hate. What's up, man?
Yeah, well, they're turning it around. Their best players are starting to look more like their best players. The bullpen is a little shaky still, worries me. But I think we're going to be just fine in the end, and especially because the AL West looks a little weak overall. I mean, just there's no one pulling away at the moment. I mean, we are a game back, a game and a half from the Athletics, half game back from Texas. We're fine. We're fine as far as that goes. I'm not stressing about it at all.
You got to tread water early, Sam. You can drown early in the season, but you
Mm-hmm.
also can't be the champion early in the season. You always got to make sure to tread water. You're damn right, M's lifer. Cal is heating up. The
Yes,
home
sir.
runs are coming. Julio Rodriguez, his stats aren't sexy, but this is actually the best start he's ever had in his
Yeah.
career. So if
Yeah.
he can keep on his Julio, heat up with the weather trajectory, we could be doing big things, Sam.
Cole
I
Young. We
need to
got to
get.
sing the praises of Cole
There
Young.
you go. Shout out
Yeah,
time. Let's
dude.
take turn. Cole Young, talk to me.
No, I mean, he's just been dynamic for us, and his
Good
defense
word.
seemed to improve a little bit. And I mean, what was his box score today, dude? He was, let me see, 2 for 3, RBI, only one strikeout, and he's been just hitting well for this whole series all year. He seems, and he's
Yeah.
hitting lefties too, which is big for him. That's what he
At
struggled
his
with last
age,
year. Yeah.
incredible. Well, Sam,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's been like a small improvement. He has been dynamic in the field. Like
Yeah.
he is a daily legend. You use the word dynamic, and I think it's actually appropriate. Cole Young's been
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking right here, Sam. He has according to ESPN's calculations, what is it? A 1.5 WAR already, Sam. That means Cole Young's on pace for a 6 WAR season. Cole
That's
Young
wild.
on pace for a
Yeah.
6 WAR season, 21-22, starting second baseman. I told you I would be impressed if he could put up a 2 WAR season and would help the team a
Mm-hmm.
ton. Freaking A, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm real excited about our prospects with him in the future. He looks like he'll be the truth for us. And if Donovan can get back and get healthy too, we need him to come back and stay healthy.
Bad.
That's the biggest thing. Yes, because if we have
Bad.
him back in the lineup with all our other good players starting to hit and perform like they should, man, we'll be a dangerous team. I'll say that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. We really do need Donovan back ASAP, Sam, because most of what I want to talk about right now is positive about the Mariners, but I got to keep it real here, man. It's really getting to the team having Rivas at third base full time, man. He's actually a really clutch player too. He gets hits in big moments, man, but you cannot ignore a 481 OPS and a 162 average, man. You really can't ignore that out of a power position. And I'm a huge Leo Rivas fan, Sam. I think he is a piece of a puzzle for a championship team, but that's as a utility player. And I just feel the
And a
longer he's
bench
out
piece.
there at third, it's going to utility bench piece, pinch runner, defensive
Mm-hmm.
specialist, precisely. We need Donovan back. We need Cole Emerson to come up, but it's really starting to hurt the team having such a lack of production there.
It is. It is. And it was good to see our boys hitting couple lefties yesterday, because we have been one of the worst teams, if not the worst lefty hitting team all year. So seeing
Oh
them
yeah.
come through, yeah, it was run them out of the game in a few innings. That was great to see.
Well, great to see, man. I want to talk about guys that, maybe the two biggest reasons that the lineup is so potent against right-handed pitchers and so terrible against lefties. Canzone and Rayleigh are left-handed hitting specialists with OPSs both over 860. These guys are ripping the cover off the ball. They're, for
Yes,
the
sir.
most part, they're swinging at strikes. We saw Rayleigh do it for 2 years. We saw Canzone do it last year. But Sam, I want to really shout out one guy right now, big time. Matt
Who's that?
Brash.
Yes,
Matt
sir. Yeah,
Brash.
yeah.
He still hasn't given up an earned run. No earned runs on the season. His slider is so ridiculous, man. He uses it 57% of the time, and I would too, Sam. That slider has 14 inches of horizontal break on the average, and batters are hitting 118 against the pitch. You cannot fuck with Brash's slider, and I'm so happy for him. And for the team's sake, thank God he's been this good.
Yeah, we've needed him. He's been the steady guy in the bullpen so far. He's had his ups and downs. Like he's looked pretty decent the last few games he's been put in. Yeah, I think he's starting to I don't know figure things out this year, and he might turn into the piece we were expecting him to be when we traded for him. But I also want to say Will Wilson looked pretty good yesterday.
Yup.
Yeah, getting that was 2-run home run, I think it was. And shout out to Connor Joe, the guy with two first names. Usually don't trust those kind of guys, but he came through in the clutch for us too.
Cotton Eye Joe?
Yeah.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from,
Yes,
Connor
sir.
Eye Joe? For real though, man, it's kind of crazy. I'm glad you brought that up, man. We got Will Wilson, we got Cotton Eye Joe, we got Lil Leo, we got Rob Refsnyder with the go-ahead home run in the ninth inning. Those are four guys you never think of if you're going to list your top 25 Mariners. All of them had really, really clutch moments in the St. Louis series. And I just want to say this, Sam, I don't want to give up on Rob Refsnyder. I really don't, man. He's a lefty killer specialist. 3 of his last 4 seasons, he's had an OPS over 800. We were shitting on him and wanting to send him packing when he was like 1 for 16. I mean, what kind of sample size is 1 for 16? He's got that super clutch ninth inning home run. I think we need to pump the brakes a little bit on showing him the exit and trying to see if we can let the numbers even out for him.
Yeah, I don't think either of us were calling for the team to show him the exit, but I mean, yeah, he was underwhelming to say the least, and he seems to be turning it around a little bit. So he has 2 home runs for us on the year, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, he's you could see that Dan Wilson had faith in him, putting him in for Rayleigh right there. So I mean, you got to give the guy a chance to prove. He hasn't had enough at bats to really show what he can do, and we're gonna give Cal and all them time to hit to the back of their baseball card. We should extend the same grace to Refsnyder.
Yeah, and we don't have any obvious replacement right now. I mean,
No.
shout out to Will Wilson and Cotton Eye Joe, man. Those are right-handed bats that have come up big so far. But we got to let Refsnyder try to figure his shit out. And I honestly think he is, Sam. I want to bring up something that's worrying me though, but we might have some young solutions coming. But Luis Castillo, man, are we starting to see a sharp decline in his career?
Yes, it sure seems that way. I mean, yeah, it seems like he's hitting that Felix Hernandez wall where it's like you need to adjust or your career might be done. And hopefully he makes some adjustments. But yeah, it's not looking good so far this year.
Okay. Well, the evidence is into me, Sam, is I think the numbers are screaming at us that the decline is here. Now, here's one positive before I get into the numbers to back that up is Castillo had some effective bullpen duty on the playoff run. The Mariners are going to have to guarantee him over $22 million no matter what next season. So it's best for the Mariners to at least find like a bullpen role for Luis. I do feel his stuff will play up. We saw it play up. We saw him be effective out of the bullpen in high leverage playoff situation. So I do think that could be in relatively easy transition, Sam. But I'm looking at Castillo's pitches, Sam. Last year, everyone was crushing his sinker and changeup, but the fastball and slider were working. In 2025, batters hit 203 on Luis's fastball. This year, 270. Last year, batters hit 230 on Luis's slider. This year, 318. We're talking enormous jumps in production on his last two good pitches. He's got a 1.71 whip, so it's not like he's getting unlucky out there. Guys are on the bases. Traffic is freaking rush hour, man. Only in the 41st percentile for K rate, only in the 49th percentile for whiff rate. These are all major signs, Sam, that the decline is real. But let's get Bryce Miller healthy.
Yes,
Maybe
sir. I was about to
Cade
say.
Anderson is ready. I think reinforcements are coming, and I do feel an optimist. It sucks. No one wants to pay $22 million next year to a relief pitcher like Castillo. That might be what we have to do for the betterment of the team, though.
Yeah, I mean, and we got great years out of him too. I mean, for the last few years, he's been solid. He's been great for us. He's been our ace for many of those years. So it is what it is. Baseball contracts are kind of notorious for having shitty back ends of the contract. So
Yeah.
if it's 1 year, 22 million, so be it. I mean, if we can find a good role for him, let's do that. And let's just get Sloan and Cade Anderson up here in the next couple of years because they've been dirty down there in Double-A. And yeah, I can't wait for Bryce Miller to get healthy because he also was apparently had a really good game a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Looks like he's
that'll be
almost
huge.
ready. Because with the emergence
All right,
of
let's ask
Emerson
you.
Hancock, I mean,
Oh,
Emerson's looked great.
wow.
So just take Castillo out of that starting lineup, put Emerson in. We're right back to that being 5 deep.
It's real too, man. It's real. I have it written down here. Sam, I got to ask you right now. You know, Sunday evening just brought it up on the live chat. Logan Gilbert, man, he hasn't been bad this year, but he has definitely not been Walter. What do you think's going on there?
I couldn't say. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. He seems unhappy or out of it, but he just hasn't seemed like he's had his best stuff. And he always seems to have, I don't know, one inning where it kind of all falls apart, but he looks nasty most of the other time. I'm not sure. I think he likes it here. I don't think he's unhappy or out of it because yeah, he loves having
His
talent
major
like
problem is
Coleman.
he's catching way too much of the plate. His
Yeah.
command's not there right now. And I don't care if you're Logan Gilbert, man. If you don't command in this league, they're going to get your ass.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, I also want to see Colt called up, but not early. I want to see him called up when he's ready. I don't want to see any kind of someone Donovan like when he got hurt. I'm glad they didn't call him up then. He still has a little seasoning to do down in is he in AAA right now or Double A? What's he in AAA? Yeah, has a little bit more seasoning to do there, and let him come in with a head full of confidence and ready to contribute and help the team. Is where my thoughts are. I don't want to see these early call ups like Dustin Ackley and shit, where it's going to affect him negatively in the future. He's too important.
Yeah. Well, we've seen the Mariners countless times in this organization's history completely screw up all sorts of prospects. I mean, you name Ackley, that entire cast of characters, Montero, rest in peace,
Kelnick.
Smoke.
But Kelnick was
Kelnick,
kind of. I think Kelnick was going to blow up no matter what. He's kind of a hothead, but
Yeah, I mean the Mariners have a great track record right now, and the bottom line is dude, not top prospects aren't always going to make it. Half of them
Yep.
are not going to pan out. The Mariners actually have a pretty incredible hit rate right now.
Are we talking about hitters or pitchers? Because pitchers, I think, might be doing the heavy lifting on that hit rate if we're taking both of them into consideration.
Okay, that's true. That's very true. I mean, we got Julio, we got Cal, and I guess it dries up pretty quick after that. I kind of consider JP because he was a prospect when we traded for him, even though he was almost ready at that point. But you're right, though. I mean, there's really only two true homegrown guys. No. Cole Young. Cole Young, fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can't forget Cole Young. That's true. That's true. But they seem to have gotten rid of some of those bad habits as an organization. They're trying to do things the right way, which is important. So yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but I think we're looking a lot better for the future.
Yeah,
I have a
and
lot
I'm
more
just pumped
faith.
right now. Like we stopped the leak in the ship, Sam, and
Yeah.
we had to do it, man. We had to. And the Mariners knew it too. They turned the ship around at exactly the right time. I know they looked themselves in the mirror and was like, if we don't turn it around now, and like I said, you don't need to win 20 straight. Just steady the ship, man. If you just go 500 the first 2 months of the season, and that's fine. You don't want to peak early. You want to
Nope.
peak in September. And so you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw, what is it, a couple years ago, the Mariners were 10 and a half games up in June, had the quickest collapse in Major League history, but no one remembers it because it was in June, not in September. Well, the
Yeah.
collapse did happen, and it was all because they peaked in junior high, man.
Yep, that is very, very true. And I'm happy to see the Astros kind of seem like they suck this year. That's one of my favorite things.
Woo-wee! Well, if you're going to give up 8 runs a game, man, it's going to get tough.
Yeah, it sure is. I don't think they're going to be contending for the number 1 spot. At least it doesn't appear that way. And it's goddamn, it feels good to see them fall finally. They've had too many years on top.
It took a long time. It's really hard to just replenish it over and over and over again.
Yeah, no, it really is. Definitely really is. And as soon as Alvarez gets out of there, I'll be real happy. I hope they trade him because he's the one guy that scares me. He's a generational talent. And he
I don't
always
know if
seems
the
to hurt the
Astros are
Mariners.
going to be in the business of paying a Jordan $500 million, so he might be gone.
Yeah. I don't know when his contract expires, but sooner the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, I still got bad dreams about that guy. Man, I get bad dreams about that dude all the time, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a great sweep for the Mariners this last series, and it was much needed. We definitely needed it. Kind of shows we can hit the lefties a little better now. It's more success on the road. We had won one fucking road game all year. Now we've won 4.
Isn't that pathetic?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And so, yeah, I think they're turning it around. And so I'm just happy to see that.
Hell yeah.
And Naylor, what did I tell you about Naylor? Naylor's been coming through like he should be. Yeah, I wasn't going to disappoint my son by slandering his name. Yeah. Yeah, Naylor is, he's a G. I like that guy.
Well, there's a running joke on the show saying that every time I call someone out, they immediately get hot. I've done that with Julio like 20 times.
Keep calling him out then. Keep doing what you're doing. If it helps the team, keep it up. Do it more.
I think part of it is I just wait to call people out until they're so due that it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
And it's always like, wow, nice job, dude. Way to have the worst take ever.
Yeah. That's funny. And who do we have coming up for the Mariners? What's the next series? The Twins, I think it is. Twins, Royals are the next couple.
Ooh,
I think some
gettable
series.
After.
Yeah.
For real.
Let me take a look. So we got Twins, Royals, Braves after that, then the White Sox. Man, that's a stretch we kind of need right there. I'll take that all day.
We gotta go to work, man. We gotta go to work, dude. That's a very winnable stretch. And we're hot right now. We're hot. We're confident, and this is a very winnable stretch of a few series, man.
Yeah, the number
it's
3,
not
4,
panic
and
time,
5
but you got to get it, man. You got to get it.
How are the Braves doing so far this year?
They're kicking ass and taking names. They're probably the most improved team in baseball.
So we got 3 mids, and then the Braves, who are right back to where they were 2 years ago. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens. I think we can take the Braves down. I don't know.
I definitely do too, but man, they're coming with it though, man. What a hot start down in hot Atlanta, man, for real.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times, man. NFL draft, Major League Baseball, Sam. Anything you got left for the people?
No, man. I'm just excited for another series coming up and another great season for the Mariners and a great draft for the Seahawks because, man, they killed it as far as I'm concerned. With what they had to work with, yeah, couldn't beat it.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Well, shout out to our producer, Indy. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services. Shout out to the live chat. Shout out to my homie Sam. Shout out Romantic About Baseball. But y'all know what time it is. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. Let's go, Mariners. Nice draft.
Yeah, let's go.